Hello everyone, a very good morning to you all. I am Kanika Kumar, the founder of Minds That Matter and MTMR. I have been working as a special educator and an educational psychologist for almost 10 years now. I am very passionate about working with students with special needs. So that means that students with ADHD, autism, Down syndrome, learning disabilities, etc. The mission of MTMR is to spread awareness about the many different aspects of disabilities and special education in the form of interventions and therapies that one needs to provide. If you are a student wanting to join the field as a professional or a teacher with students with special needs in your class, or even a parent who has a child with special needs, then please watch MTMR. It would help you to understand the nature of challenges as well as get to know of strategies that you can use. Each week, I invite speakers to talk about many different aspects. So far, we have spoken about parenting, academic challenges in the classroom, integration of technology, challenging behaviors, mental health, inclusion, etc. And today we have with us Miss Taruna Khattar, who is renowned for her commitment towards people with determination for over 18 years. She has been working in Dubai as the head of inclusion for various schools, including the Ambassador Group of Schools, Springdales and JSS Private School. She is also the visual harvester for the KHDA. Previously, she has worked in India as a developmental psychologist and consultant for the upliftment of Bombay Municipal Corporation Special School and many other non-profit organizations. And today she is going to be discussing at length about inclusion of people with disabilities in our society. So I'd like to welcome Miss Taruna. She's just joining. Yes, she's here. Good morning, ma'am. We are very happy to have you over here and talk about inclusion. It's still loading. She's here. Good morning, ma'am. We're still in process of developing a connection, so please hang in. While our speaker is joining, I would like to thank everyone from our followers and audience. Taruna would be addressing your questions in today's conversation. Yeah. The network is a little slow, so thank you for your... As she's connecting from Dubai, it's taking a little longer than expected. In the meantime, in case you have any questions related to inclusion, please share them with us. Okay. Yes. The network is still loading. I can see, ma'am. But I think her network is a little slow. Good morning, ma'am. Can you hear me? Good morning, Taruna, ma'am.
Good morning, Kanika, and I'm extremely sorry. I think today internet issue is really very bad. And good morning to
No
all our
problem, ma'am.
viewers also.
We are very happy to
It's
have you over
sometimes a
here
bit.
and uh, and talk to us about inclusion and make us more aware. So, over to you without further delay. Ma'am, in
Yes.
your
Thank
introduction,
you so
I spoke about your work with people with determination. So, could you please
Yes.
help us understand what that term means, people with determination?
See, this is the term which has been introduced by Dubai UAE government, and it is to ensure that we are not using any negative terms like special educational needs. I think that need
Okay.
is with everyone. According to determination, I think people who are challenged enough, they are quite determined ones. They don't give up so fast like us. At times, like you can
Right, right.
understand that they are more determined than us, they are much more positive than us, so that is how I think determination word came into the picture. So we use
Okay.
that word. Yeah.
Right, right. So we
And
have our first question.
regarding,
Sorry. Please continue. Sorry.
yeah, I
Can you
said,
hear me?
and yesterday, day before I was, yes, I can hear you. Yesterday I was going through your, posts and all, and I really read a very nice quote, which
Okay.
was about the crayons, having some sharp crayons. Some are sharp and some are pretty, some are dull, some are weird names. And it was so apt for this inclusion thing. I was just thinking over that inclusion is actually like crayons. It's not. It's
Right.
like making the environment beautiful with their what you call it, with their own differences. These children, they make it so beautiful with their own strengths, the way the crayons are, the way they make the artwork beautiful, the same way this artwork of their lives is made beautiful with their strengths. So inclusion is all
Right.
about that.
So, please help us understand what inclusion in society is supposed to mean. Because for many of us, we often confuse that, if I have 2 to 3 students with special needs in my class, then my class is inclusive, my school is inclusive. So, help us
Mhm.
understand what inclusion really means.
See, inclusion, whenever it comes to inclusion, people start thinking, oh, it's only the child with determination or student with special needs or special. It could be an average, it could be a gifted learner, it could be a talented learner.
Ma'am, could you please stop for a minute? The network is still loading. Sorry, everyone, we're facing network difficulties.
Kanika?
Yes, could you please repeat because we lost network for a few seconds and we couldn't understand what you were saying.
Yes, I was telling inclusion in the classroom of 2, 3 students is not inclusion. Basically, inclusion is
Okay.
different group of learners, different people with different abilities, whether it is an average or a gifted or a talented person. They have their own strengths. Everyone has their own strength. Even in a group of, people, when you are standing, you probably are singing well. The other person could be reading or could be a good writer. So all these together, it's an inclusion. We don't talk about only special educational needs children with
Okay.
physical or emotional social challenges. So inclusion is a vast word which we look at.
Okay. So, ma'am, why do we need inclusion? What would happen if we do not include certain people in our classroom or a workplace or our social functions? What is the impact of segregation?
See, when you are talking about inclusion, I feel you can try and figure out yourself that when there is an include, like you are in a group of people and you are just excluded, what is the thing going on in your mind? What are the challenges you are going to face? It's naturally over a period of time, you will be having depression, loneliness, the sense of belongingness is not there, self-esteem goes down. And according to the researchers, 50% of the world population is going to be with some or the other challenges in the coming years. Okay. And
Okay.
as of now, if you see, even in one of the classrooms, when you get into, there might be so many of them who are not even diagnosed, but they do have some of the other challenges. So 60% of your classroom might have some of the other challenges, which may
Right.
or may not have been diagnosed. Okay. Could be mild to moderate or severe. But we always think that, okay, special needs is the only one who needs to be catered. But actually, it's not.
Right.
And above all, again, the research says that 85% of Indian population, including your, remote areas, they have challenges. So you can understand yourself why we need this kind of inclusion in the environment. And I feel inclusion is not about only helping these children or these people with determination, but inclusion is also getting inclusion will bring a drastic change in our regular society also. So-called normal children or normal people will also have
Right.
positive impact. The acceptance, which we keep on talking about, the acceptance of these children will really make a huge difference in the society, because you
Okay.
can understand their tolerance, your problem solving techniques, your empathy, all these soft skills which we are always ignoring, the interpersonal skills, communication skills, we are right now trying to enhance those skills in our regular children also, with
Right. Right.
so-called life skill sessions and all. But all these things can be easily learned when our children with determination or people with determination are working together. So it's a win-win
Mhm.
situation, I feel. So
Right.
that's how
Right.
I look at it. Need is quite huge now.
Right. So, ma'am, you mentioned that if we do not include people with challenges, then there could be issues like depression, rejection, low self-esteem, and many other things. So, there's a question from the audience. He's mentioned that there could be a darker side to one of these negative impacts. Is it possible that a person who is continually being segregated, could they choose violence?
See, definitely it can, because naturally aggression is a kind of, emotion they are showing it towards what they are not liking it. Probably the person is
Right,
not
right.
able to express. So when the person is being excluded or not being taken into the group, you can understand these things will definitely matter. Like aggression can be one of the reasons for
As
not
it's a
getting
form of
included.
communicating what is going on in these children or adults' minds and hearts.
True.
Right, right.
So they may not be able to express the way we are able to because of certain challenges again, but they do, showcase all these things in this way.
Right, right. So, ma'am,
And
what are
you
the
can see,
different...
I'm so sorry,
Sorry,
continue.
please continue. Sorry.
No, I was thinking that once, our children who are growing up now, once they are grown up and into the jobs, you can understand when there is culture of, from the beginning it is being set up, they won't find any challenges to deal with these people at workplace. They might even think of, oh, how I can get them in.
Uh,
Kanika, are you there?
I'm there. I lost you for a few seconds. Could you please repeat your last sentence after 5 seconds? Wait for 5 seconds and then repeat. So
Okay.
one, two, three, four, five. Now please repeat the last thing you said.
I was telling that once, the children who are growing up now and they're already into the culture of, dealing with people of determination from the beginning stages, they will definitely show a positive impact when they go back to the workplaces. They will
Mm-hmm.
start getting these children who are also grown up adults by then. I'm sure they will get the jobs easily done by them. They can create
Right,
their jobs maybe for them.
right. So, what are the different aspects or levels of inclusion that we could possibly practice?
See, when we are talking about inclusion, there are actually 7 pillars, I always say, on which the inclusion
Okay.
is established. Okay, first we talk about the accessibilities. Now, accessibilities, when I'm talking about accessibility, even governments have been, our rulers or government is also imposing this through their new education policy or even the previous years. When you say they have actually implemented inclusion, but
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, that is only at the level of papers. They are only on the papers or
Right.
books. But when you are
Mm-hmm.
talking about inclusion, it is much more beyond that. So, accessibility, when I'm talking, it's not only the accessibility to the education, it's also the accessibility to the therapies, the funds, the job opportunities. So, it's again accessibility and welcoming environment at home, in the whole. Like, it's a whole
Okay.
school approach when I talk about. Okay. The second one is how this accessibility has to be introduced now. Now, when we are talking about accessibility at school level, now modifications, adaptations, the physical changes, the curriculum differentiation, all these things. Differentiation is
Mm-hmm.
what? It's basically the way we teach the child. The child can learn everything, but only the way we have to teach has to be different for them. So
Right.
all these changes needs to be brought into the system, into not only the system at education level or at school level, it has to be throughout. So
Okay.
adaptation, when the child is moving, sorry, when an adult is moving to at a workplace, the things needs to be changed, or the environment has to be according to the person who is joining. It cannot be the
Right.
same for all. Yeah.
Right.
So
Right.
differentiation at all the levels I talk about when I'm doing that. Now, third one, when I talk, then is your attitude. Now, it's again a very big thing. Attitude of everyone. Even we have to bring up that attitude that we need to get included, and we should be open for that. So
Right. Right.
mindsets of people, it's a very difficult task, but it's not impossible, because we have seen if the people, the leaders of the country are, open for these kind of mindsets, things change. Then from
Right.
leadership roles at country level, from country level to the down level, I think when we move down and at all leadership roles and at all levels, then it has to change. So slowly
Right.
and gradually, it will take time, but it will be, it's not impossible. Then
Right.
third is choice. When I'm talking about choice, choice is what it's like. Basically, when you are saying the strengths of the individual, every individual has one or the other, strength in them. Now,
Right.
as an educator, as a facilitator, we need to figure out what are the strengths in these children. So, if we are giving them enough of choices according to their strengths, they do make difference. Even using their strengths to teach, using their strengths to do their jobs. So, all these
Mm-hmm.
things will give a brighter picture and a bigger picture of it. Now,
Right.
the other aspect is your partnership and collaborations. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how it impacts partnership and collaboration? It's your MOUs when we talk about with different professionals who can help these students at school
Mm-hmm.
level and slowly and gradually
Right.
at other levels. So MOUs and all those things are very important. And even when you are saying, when we are getting MOUs, or basically we are connecting or collaborating with different centers, we can always get those students, the students with determination, to our own school or places in
Mm-hmm.
an inclusive environment.
Right.
And you can see that the vocational training can be very easily, like the transition for the vocational training for these adults will be very easy. And moving on to the workplaces, it really shows a good positive difference. We have seen ourselves. So I can very easy, like I'm very confident in telling this because we have seen these changes. Okay.
Okay.
Now, communication. When we are talking about communication, communication
Mm-hmm.
is awareness to develop the culture of inclusion. Okay. So, a lot of awareness sessions for all the stakeholders. It cannot be only one person or two people.
Mm-hmm.
talking about awareness sessions, am I audible?
Taruna ma'am, could you please start again about communication? I lost you for a few seconds. Sorry.
Okay, no worries. So communication is awareness to develop the culture of inclusion. So why we need inclusion? It has to be developed. Now, again, as I am again and again telling the culture doesn't start from like it cannot be changed in 1 or 2 days. It has to be started from the
Right.
beginning. The seeds need to be
Right.
sown from the beginning stages, okay, from early years. Now here, the students play a very important role. The students can be the role models to actually spread the awareness for the society. So this is a
Okay.
big thing because till now we haven't seen these kind of things anywhere. So the students play a very important role because they are the future of tomorrow. Okay, so
Right.
we
Right.
need to bring them up. And
Mhm.
communication with all the stakeholders involved, we need to have continuously that. The policies of the, again, as I always say, it's the government policies. When I'm saying government is already doing quite a lot, but why still it's not getting successfully implemented? The reason is regular monitoring. So policy
Mhm.
has to be there, but the monitoring of it for the
Right.
implementation has to be there to get it fully embedded, this thing.
In the
Now,
system.
when I'm last one is your opportunities. Now, what are the different available opportunities for these
Mhm.
adults? When Because most of my parents come back and ask me, "Ma'am, you are talking about inclusion. Okay, in the school we are actually having good inclusive environment, but what about the workplace, the job opportunities?" I always tell them job opportunities doesn't mean that only your education wise, okay, that the child will get this degree you can get into. You can
Mhm.
actually explore your recreational activities to get them employed. We have
Right.
never thought about it. Getting them mutually benefited. I don't see any child who doesn't have any weakness when I'm in the class. I don't see any person, even if in case you and me are talking, probably you are very good speaker. I may not be a good speaker, but when we are mutually working together, it can work very well. So
Right. Right.
we have to get them together to understand and give them opportunities accordingly. And this is how the inclusive environment would be conducive.
Okay. Okay. So, just to conclude, you said that there are pillars of inclusion, which include accessibility, choice, attitude, partnership, collaboration, communication, and opportunity. Right?
Policies.
And
I missed out
policies.
on policies. Yes.
Yes. So, my next question is that now that we know what are the pillars of inclusion, what are the steps or the practices that we could adopt to create this culture of inclusion?
As I said earlier, it's again, culture which needs to be started from the beginning stages. It cannot be
Okay.
built up in one day or maybe directly at workplace. If you are thinking, it's not going to be easy. But when the children are taught about these things from the beginning stages, how we do in the schools out here, because the government is very particular about it, about inclusion is a big thing out here. The rulers have that vision. So same way, if we have that vision, but we are not, as I said, if we are not monitoring, it will not be embedded. So monitoring is very, very important part. It has to be from the leadership team in the schools and the students' involvement. More students are getting involved with these children, and they are, made aware that, and even
Um, I think we lost network again. Taruna ma'am, please wait for a few seconds. The audio is still loading, so I'm not able to hear what you are saying. Just wait for a few more seconds. What I'll do is I'll
now it's
disconnect you and
okay.
connect. Um, I'm going to disconnect you and connect you again in case that improves the network. Okay. Okay, and I'm now going to reconnect. Sorry everyone, we're having a lot of network challenges. Okay, we have Miss Taruna back with us. She's just connecting. Okay, she wasn't able to join in. I think she's having some difficulties. Thank you for your patience, everyone. She's just connecting. Okay. She's not able to join. This should not take more than another minute. Okay. Yeah, now it should work. Uh, we're having some technical difficulties. Sorry. She's not able to join in. Few more seconds, everyone. Thank you for being patient. Please continue to be patient with us and bear with the network challenges. There's some difficulty. She's not able to join in even with the request and everything. People from the audience, do you have any suggestions for how we can connect? Please share. Okay, I'm going to try to join join her from another ID. Sorry, everyone. Uh, Too many network challenges. So while ma'am is trying to join in, I'm going to address a question from the audience. There was this question that is it possible to meet the needs of gifted and talented learners in an inclusive classroom? So yes, of course it is possible. We have special educators specially trained to work with children with gifted and they have to modify the curriculum accordingly. So we give them individual projects or more challenging tasks, additional tasks, so that we are able to cater to their needs while running the regular curriculum for the other students. So I'm again going to try to connect Miss Taruna. She's having some difficulties. Sorry, everyone is taking much longer than it should be. As our speaker is from Dubai, we're facing some network challenges. I'm sending a request, but she's still not able to join in. Hmm? Okay. We're still not able to connect. Yeah. Okay. Welcome back, Taruna ma'am.
It's really a very big challenge out here for this connection today. It never happened.
Yesterday we had no network issues. Unfortunately, today when we are live with everyone, we are facing issues.
In fact, few days back I had another webinar and it went so smooth. There was not even a single glitch, and I was wondering how it is. Like, yeah, tell me. I'm so sorry.
It happens. We can't completely rely on technology.
Yes.
Okay.
You have to have.
Right, right. So you were talking about inclusion at the level of schools, wherein the children
Yes.
are
Yes. So what I was talking about, the culture. Yes, the culture which needs to be developed, it has to be started from the beginning years. The students need to be the role model for our next generation because they are the future. So the culture starts and it develops towards the end at
Okay.
workplaces. So the transitions are easy. It will not be a big steps are, as I'm saying, all these would be the steps to develop those cultures, which I discussed, the 7 pillars.
Okay. Okay. So I have this question that in our schools, we take a lot of steps. We hire special educators, counselors to deal with children with disabilities and special needs. What about the gap that is created in college? Because many children with mild to moderate difficulties can attend college, but we don't have the support of a special educator during those 2 to 3 years of graduation. How do we bridge that gap? Because then that would equip them to be able to get a job later on.
See, I totally understand and agree with you. But right now, when we are talking about inclusive society, it's not only we are talking about the special educators or people who are trained in it. According to the inclusive society, each and every person, each and every teacher in the school needs to be trained as an inclusion teacher. Okay,
Right,
so
right.
whether it is at college level or at school level, they all need to be trained for that. Now, what you are saying, the gap, when we are giving the proper curriculum with differentiation and all, everything needs to be by the time the child who is moving at graduation level, more or less they will be at par with the class or maybe a little bit here and there. So the differentiation at college levels also have started in
Okay.
because it's not only the vocational. Yes, again, now new education policy which has insisted on vocational courses also from the grade 6 onwards, which will
Right.
definitely bridging the gap slowly and gradually. And even at university level, if you have seen the new policy, it is going to, again, the differentiation, as I'm saying, it has to be for the teachers.
Still loading. Sorry everyone. There's the video is still loading. Taruna ma'am, can you hear me? Yes, I understand. I think Taruna ma'am got disconnected. I'm going to connect her again. Sorry for the network challenges, everyone. It seems the network is not in our favor today. Okay, she's not able to join back. Okay, I'm going to try a few more times, and in case it doesn't work, then we might have to end the live session and come at another time when we have better connectivity. I am really very sorry for the inconvenience. Okay, I've received a request from her. I think we should be able to connect. Thank you. Thank you for appreciating my persistence, Mukul. I am really glad that all my viewers here right now are being patient and waiting for our speaker to join back in. Okay, Taruna ma'am, can you hear me? At last? Okay. So, ma'am, you were talking
Yes,
about inclusion.
Kanika. Yes, I can. At last.
Mhm.
So, yes, at so I was telling even at college levels, differentiation is going to come into picture now because without differentiation, meeting the gaps will not be possible. So it has to
Correct.
develop slowly and gradually when the leaders take up. Again, as I always come back to Dubai, in Dubai we have that culture of
Okay.
differentiation and regular
So, ma'am,
monitoring and
you
everything
spoke about
because
differentiation. You
leaders have
brought
that
that
vision.
word up many
So
times.
the same
Could you
thing
help
needs
us
to be
understand
implemented
what the term differentiation
in
means?
India as well.
Okay.
Yes, differentiation is basically, in a very layman language, it's the way the child needs to be taught. If a person is not able to learn the same concept or same thing in
There's
a
an echo. Just wait for five
way the
seconds.
teacher is trying to teach, maybe we
Yes,
need to
continue.
change the way of teaching. Okay, it can be using all our five senses. Okay,
Okay. Right. So there's this question from
so
our
basically,
audience.
if you
If
use
I
all your
add more
five senses or
diversity in the
learning styles, it
classroom,
becomes
how will I
easy
meet all the
for
students'
children
needs
to.
as a teacher?
Yes, it's really a good question because this is a challenge
Okay.
which the teachers do face. The diversity, see, when we are talking about in a class, we do give customized lessons for the children. It's not the lesson, the objective could be the same, but the way of teaching could be different for all. So the set of
We want to
learners needs
teach.
to be identified according to their learning styles. The grouping of those students needs to be according to the way they want to learn. It cannot be the way we
So how
want to
can
teach.
we equip
So,
the teachers to be able
so
to
the way
identify
we
these
look at
different
is
kinds of
it has to
learners
be
and
student led.
then to be able to differentiate in order to cater to all the different needs?
See, a lot of awareness
Mm-hmm.
sessions. and professional development trainings, which is an important part of it. As I said in when I told about that accessibilities, so in
There's an
under
echo,
that
ma'am.
only
Just wait for
how the
5 seconds and
curriculum,
then start.
modifications, adaptations, all these things, and professional development of the
Right.
teachers. This is a main. That's why I stopped.
Okay.
So this is how we
Mm-hmm.
actually, prepare the teachers
Okay.
on ongoing trainings for
Right.
the teachers to meet these things, so that the teachers are also well trained to handle these kind of challenges in the class, because they are the first ones to meet it. So
And
start from the
you said one of the
identification
very important
till
pillars of
the
inclusion was the
differentiation of
attitude of
catering or
people. So
using
how do
the
we
training session.
bring about a change in attitude? You mentioned that it is a process and it does not happen overnight. It takes a very long time. But how do you begin to change the attitude?
First and the foremost, the leaders and the people like you and me who are there, first we need to get ourselves included, because most of the time, even if you see in a school environment or at a place
Ma'am,
where
wait,
a
there is an echo.
psychologist or a
Wait,
special
wait.
educator or someone like us are there, we also
Let's wait for
we are
five,
special
7 seconds
educators,
and
we
then
don't do this. If
speak.
that inclusion,
Yeah,
but
try
we
now.
need to. I said, when we are talking about people like you and me, we also tend to use the word, oh, we are special educators. We don't get into the classroom. We are
Right, right.
counselors. We can't get. So, firstly, we need to get out of that. So, the change begins from us. So, the leadership and people like you and me, we need to get into the classrooms to bring this change and bridge the gap between the teachers and that inclusion in departments. I do remember when I started my career out here, there used to be a huge difference. You know, our teachers were never ever able to do
Okay,
differentiation. Whenever
okay.
this part used to come in,
Ma'am,
a child with determination, it's not our
Tarana ma'am, I'm
responsibility.
really sorry,
The
but I
department will
just
take care of it.
got a note that, for our viewers, this stream is
But
not going as smoothly
yeah,
as you and I can hear each other. Actually, for the viewers, both of us are talking at the same time. So it's getting a little difficult for them to understand. So what I'm going to do is, I'm unfortunately
okay.
have to conclude this session for now, and we're going to invite you again at a more suitable time when the network is more in favor for us. So right, really sorry for the inconvenience, everyone. So, to conclude, what Taruna ma'am has shared up until now
True.
is that
Really.
inclusion is very important, because in case we do not include people, what happens is that they feel rejected, and over a period of time, with the continual rejection, they develop low self-esteem. They could develop unhelpful behaviors. They could become aggressive. They might have self-doubt, and all of those issues can lead to much bigger issues. Also, the as per research also, it is evident that in the coming years we are going to have a lot many more people with challenges. So it's very important that we uh, invest in developing people who can identify challenges, work with challenges, provide the required interventions, and then cater to the needs, so that everyone can be a part of the society at a larger level. And Taruna ma'am is going to be sharing these highlights, and we are going to post it as a poster on the MTM page. So please go through that, share your questions which we were not able to address, and we would definitely call Taruna ma'am again to talk to us in more detail about inclusion and share the points that she was not able to share today. So thank you, Tarana ma'am. Thank you for coming live with us and sharing your knowledge and experience. I'm sure whatever little the audience was able to hear, it was very helpful for them. No problem, ma'am. It's
Thank
okay.
you.
Thank you. Bye bye.